certain things that poor people tend to spend money on. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Adrian and this is alwaystopmoney.com. Now, I don't want to be harsh, I don't want to be rude, but specifically these poor spending habits that keep people poor. I know you guys see the Powerball, and a lot of people have dreams of winning the Powerball and becoming an overnight millionaire. And the first thing that poor people spend money on is gambling. You will see it in the poorer neighborhoods, you will see it in the liquor stores. It's always gambling, 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 gambling. But nowadays, it's more sophisticated than that. It used to just be in Vegas, it used to just be playing the lotto, but now we're seeing a lot of gambling in sports betting. I'm sure you've seen the advertisements every single place. You have MGM, you have Underdog Fantasy, you have whatever it is, fantasy sports, all these things. It's all gambling, and it's a way to lose money. If you look at the statistics on gambling and how much people are losing, then you understand why it's keeping people poor. Now, if you're watching this video, I want you to be more responsible. I want you to be one of those people who avoids gambling and do things that actually build wealth, like saving, investing, getting a side hustle, and doing things the right way, little by little, day by day. It's not going to make you an overnight millionaire, but it will damn sure make you more financially independent and more stable in your future going forward. The second thing that people spend money on that is such a waste of time, and especially we're coming towards the end of the year and you're going to see a lot of people doing it, and that's signing up for gym memberships but not going. This is the business model of gyms. They want you to not go to the gym. They want you to sign up for their recurring monthly subscriptions and not use them, and then when you go and make your New Year's resolutions about going to the gym and you only go for 1 month, but you pay for 12 months, right? Or 24 months or 36 months, because you know what happens? You're going to forget that you even have that gym membership and that subscription in the first place. And that's a surefire way to keep yourself poor. Not only gym memberships, but any type of subscription service that you sign up with that you do not use on a monthly basis and have use cause for, that is keeping you poor. That is draining money out of your bank accounts. The next thing that poor people spend money on, and you will see this as the year turns and people start getting tax refunds, and that is buying new cars. They're going to take that tax refund and they're going to go out to the dealership and put down money on a brand new car because they want to flex for 2024 and even more. And that is so nonsensical. As I've said in many a video, cars are very reliable. A nice used car is good. You can buy one for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. It's going to get you from A to B, and you are not going to be paying any ridiculous interest payments or any 72-month car notes or any $700 per month car payments. If you look at the statistics at the average monthly car notes, the average new car payment, it is crazy, and repossessions are going up, might I add. So don't look at things in terms of, oh, I can make that payment. Look at it from a long-term financial perspective, and buying a new car is never a good idea. You know who should buy a new car? People who are financially independent, people who are rich, who can buy a new car cash and know that they will lose value on that car, but it doesn't affect their bottom line. It doesn't really affect their net worth. Guys, if this video is bringing you value so far, please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe and check the links in the description down below for additional resources. Now, with that out of the way, let's continue with the video. The next thing that poor people tend to spend money on is buying new clothes and the latest gear. They want to be looking outfitted with the latest styles and fashion. And why this is a mistake is obviously because you are spending money that you don't have, and you're often putting these things on credit cards because they want to give an outwardly appearance of wealth. But true wealth is not having flashy clothes. Yes, you can have nice clothes, things that fit good. You want to look good, you want to look presentable. Sure, I agree with that. But you don't have to buy designer, the Gucci's, the Pradas. You don't have to flex with flashy colors and flashy designs. That's a surefire way that someone is actually poor. In the book, The Millionaire Next Door, oftentimes millionaires are those people who are actually invisible to most people in the world. They will look at them and see their cars, see their clothes, see their modest home, and think that they don't have money. Meanwhile, these are the people with the most money. A lot of times, the people with the most loudest clothes, the most loudest gear aren't the people who actually have the money. My grandma used to say, empty barrels make the most noise. And if you know, you know. The next thing is the latest technology, the latest phones, the latest tablets, the latest TVs. And you will see it on Black Friday, Christmas shopping. We're in that time of the year right now, and people are going to go crazy for these sales and so on and so forth. You should not be doing that. If you are not financially where you need to be, you should not be an over consumer of things, especially technology. Technology, again, just like buying new cars, is incredibly reliable in 2023, and going forward is going to be incredibly reliable. Why do you need a new 50-inch TV every year? Why do you need a new iPhone every year? Why do you need a new tablet every year? You don't. You just want to keep up with the Joneses, keep up your appearance, all the while your bank account is suffering. So do not be one of those poor people who are having to buy the latest gear and the latest technology. It's a surefire way that you will continue to be broke. There are two more things I want to talk about that poor people tend to spend money on. And one of the first things of the two that I'm going to mention is that they want to go to bars and pubs and do all of these nightlife-y things. I'm sure, yes, you don't want to be inside all the time. Life is for living. But people who are on the borderline of poverty and just not having money all the time, they tend to be the people who are spending most on drinks and liquor and outings and so on and so forth. And that is what's actually keeping them broke. If they were to take themselves out of the limelight, say no to drinks with the boys on the weekends, say no to the girls' trips, and just take some time to focus on their personal finances. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, but guess what? On average in America, we're gonna live close to 80 anyway. So what's 1, 2, or 3 years to stay down until you can come up? But people lack this discipline, and so they go out and they buy drinks, they buy bottles, they spend money on all sorts of entertainment, and meanwhile they are living paycheck to paycheck. But not only that, there's nothing inherently wrong with living paycheck to paycheck, because when you're in your 20s and your 30s, you have to build yourself up. Wealth really doesn't come until your 40s and your 50s. If you look at the statistics on who are the people who are millionaires, they're oftentimes in their 50s. But that means when you are young, you have to make the baby steps and plant the seeds. And planting the seeds does not include going out to the bars every single weekend and spending exorbitant money on liquor. And the final thing that I'm going to talk about today that poor people tend to do more than people who are more financially responsible and conscious is spending money on smoking, whether it be weed or cigarettes. The habit is just very, very expensive. And I know it's cool to be a cigar smoker, a cigarette smoker. It's cool to smoke weed every now and then. I personally have smoked weed and do smoke in certain social settings, but it's not a habit of mine that I have to spend money on it every week, every month, or just have it all the time. But you will meet certain people who cannot go without their vices. They cannot go without a drink, and they cannot go without smoking, whether cigars, cigarettes, or weed. And that is a surefire way to keep yourself broke. On this channel, I want everybody to do well. I want everybody that at least watches this channel and listens to the things that I say. I want you to be financially independent. Is everybody going to be rich? No, but there is a certain level of comfortability that I think everyone can achieve with their personal finances if they just do enough of the right things, pick up enough of the great habits, and smoking is not one of them. Sure, if socially you want to celebrate and enjoy a cigar, no problem, go ahead. You want to celebrate your life's accomplishments, I have no problem with that. Is when these things are habitual and they're causing you to be broke, I think you should not be spending money on them. Guys, let me know in the comments down below, what did you think about these topics, these videos, and let me know if there are any things that I missed that poor people tend to spend money on, as well as if you want to share and tell what are your vices that are keeping you broke, let me know in the comments down below. With that being said, leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe to the channel and share it around so more people can get this information and this knowledge. Check the links in the description down below if you want additional resources, as well as hit the QR code right here, alwaystopmoney.com. We have blogs, newsletters, all the digital products that we sell that I think can help you with your personal finances. That's it for me, you guys. I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Peace.